Warning, we are not trained or licensed professionals. Do not take any advice that we give as official doctoral prescribed medical treatment. We only use the name as a means to appreciate cinema as a therapeutic device, not to be confused with drugs, antidepressants, or any other forms of enhancements that you might find in legal states. Please enjoy responsibly.
Additional disclaimer. If the film says we can say it too. So check the film rating, and that will be our episode rating. It's film therapy time with Jake and Madison. Here we go.
Is that our new theme song? Is
Yes.
that our new theme song?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Great. We gotta sing that at the beginning of every episode.
All right.
Or just stick it in there. Like no more warnings and disclaimers, just that.
Nice. Perfect.
Okay, that's our new intro starting with this episode.
Okay, great.
Time to change it up.
Yeah. It's been 36 episodes.
Yeah.
37.
Dang. Yeah, 36. How many are there?
36, counted them myself.
36, but last year I had 37.
That gets me every time.
That's like that movie is just so, I love that movie so much, but that's like one of the best opening lines to a movie. I know it's not the first line of the movie, it's like 10 minutes into the movie, but
It's like of the entire series too. Oh wait,
Yeah,
no, it's
yeah.
not. No, is it? That's the third. That's the third one.
no, that's the first one.
Is it the first one?
It's the very first one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I just watched it like a month ago, so yeah,
Oh,
it's the first one.
All right. Good. Yes. So it's like the intro to the whole series.
Wake up, cousin! We're going to the zoo!
Anyway, we're not going to talk about Harry Potter today, sadly. We're here to
Dang.
talk about this film, Columbus, written and directed by Kagonada. And I'll do a quick recap here. So,
Okay.
in this 2017 film, written and directed by Kagonada, Casey, played by Haley Lou Richardson, lives with her mother in Columbus, Indiana, not Ohio, as I thought the entire time.
Oh, it's not Ohio?
It's Indiana.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't that just like
Anyway.
blow your mind?
It does, because the whole time I'm like, oh, it's Ohio, clearly.
Right. It like sounds like Ohio, looks like Ohio, but no, it's Indiana. So
It's
Columbus,
Wisconsin.
Indiana is a town haunted by the promise of modernism in architecture. And Jin, played by John Cho, is a visitor from Korea, and he is attending to his dying father, who is a famous architect. Not architect, but architect.
Person.
Architectologist. And burdened by the future, they find respite in one another and the architecture that surrounds them. So, yeah, that's kind of the gist. It's very simple plotted, which I like. It's very slice of life.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking how different this is slice of life than Lady Bird's slice of life. This is more like a little sliver,
Yeah.
like we're on a diet slice of life, and Lady Bird's like indulgent, like give me a whole half of the cake, slice of life. Because that takes place over a whole year. And this is only a few days.
This is very much like Lost in Translation slice of life.
Uh-huh. Which I like.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell that this movie was about architecture even before they started talking about architecture. I was like, wow. The way we see these buildings and everything is just so beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
even though they're just regular buildings and regular sidewalks and staircases and everything. It's just the composition of all the shots really brought out the beauty in those areas.
Yes, I completely agree.
And I was not expecting to like it. I mean, at first I was kind of like, okay, this is all right. We're looking at an old building, not even an old building, like a mid-century modern building. That's like what we think of now as kind of retro and maybe not architecturally interesting, but that's the thing is Haley Lou Richardson, Casey, just loves them, and she finds such emotion in them. She really brings us along that journey and transforms our thoughts, well, at least mine, into recognizing the beauty in these structures when I definitely wouldn't have before.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird because I just got done watching Promising Young Woman, and the main character's name in that is Cassandra, but she went by Cassie. And then this main character's name is Cassandra, but she goes by Casey, and I was like, ugh, confused for a minute. So if I say Cassie accidentally, forgive me.
I'll forgive you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because I was like watching this, and I was like, is Columbus, Ohio known for its architecture? I'll have to ask Jeff and Connor, who are from there, our friends, and
Right.
I was going to ask them, I'm like, have you seen this movie? Like, have you been to these places and everything? But I didn't text them. And Judy and I were texting because Judy's the one who recommended this movie to us. Because she's like, this is basically Lost in Translation set in Ohio. But then and then I was looking up the IMDb page for it, and under fun facts it said Columbus, Indiana is known for its architecture. And then I looked at the filming locations and it said Columbus, Indiana, and I was like, wait, this is in Indiana? And
accurate though.
Yeah, so then I texted Judy. I was like, this is in Columbus, Indiana. And she's like, what? So I wonder how many people know that.
Wait, did you say you were talking to Judy while you watched this?
Uh-huh.
I was too. I talked to her the whole I was paying attention to the movie, but I was talking to her during the movie.
That's awesome.
When did you watch it?
Last night.
Well, I was watching it last night too. We should have
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So did you do your free trial of Topic on Amazon?
No.
Did you rent it?
No. Yeah, I rented it on Vudu because the TV I was using, the Amazon app, doesn't work because the app updated, but the new update is more advanced than the TV, so it doesn't. Oh. It's weird.
Yeah. No, that's how my TV is too. But I used it on my PlayStation and.
Nice.
Yeah, because I thought we saw it online or on Amazon for free last week, but then I went to go
me too.
Watch it, and then it said free with your Topic 7-day free trial, and I was like, what the hell is Topic?
Yes.
And so, but I did it anyway, and then I canceled it today, so I'm good.
So our psychic connection has to be increasing because we had the exact same reaction to starting this movie. We watched it in the same vicinity of time, and we were both talking to Judy during the movie. Judy did not notify us of this, by the way.
Yeah, she did not. I was watching it pretty late, though. I was watching it. Well,
Me too.
Of course, it would have been an hour behind for you, so it might have been about the same time. I watched it at I started it at 11:30.
I started it you're an hour ahead. So I finished it at I think I finished it at 11, which would be 12 for you. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, weird. Anyway, what were we talking about? Indiana.
Yeah, I had no idea this was Indiana. We also had the same reaction to that.
Crazy.
That it's in Indiana.
You name it Columbus, people are going to assume Ohio, and they didn't even specify. I mean, they just...
Nope.
I guess that's the
Unless
the niche
we both
audience.
missed it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we might have.
Who knows?
They probably had Indiana license plates or something that we didn't notice, but...
And we were too busy talking to Judy to pay attention to that part.
Yeah. And it seemed like a quieter town than Columbus, Ohio, because Columbus, Ohio is a pretty big city, and this was a pretty quiet town. Population's only 50,000. And it was a quiet movie overall. We just heard a lot of ambient sounds, not a lot of music, except for when she's dancing in the parking lot.
I loved the sound design of this movie.
Yeah?
Yeah. I loved how it was rain and just a lot of ambiance, and the score was more, of ambiance instead of actual music. I just really dug that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, overall, I wasn't in love with this movie I kind of hoped, but I still thought it was a solid, enjoyable movie.
Yeah.
I really liked the chemistry between Casey and Jin, and like you said, I really love the quiet nature of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's an indie movie for sure, and I love that.
Definitely. This is one of the director's only feature films, or I think it might be his only feature film.
It might be his only feature. I'm going to double check that.
Yeah, we were looking him up, and he's done a lot of short documentary essay things on different directors, one of them being Richard Linklater and the Before trilogy. So that's really cool connection. He enjoys those types of movies, which we do too.
Yeah, this is his only feature film.
Good for him.
He has another one coming out called After Yang next year, or this year, sorry, 2021.
Okay. We'll have to see that.
So, it stars Colin Farrell.
Ooh.
And, Haley Lou Richardson is in it.
Oh, sweet.
I had seen Haley Lou Richardson in Split and maybe in something else, and I'd seen John Cho in the Star Trek trilogy, the J.J. Abrams ones.
Mm-hmm.
So it was cool that it was a brand new movie and a brand new director, but I knew who the two main actors were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought they were really good.
So he's also in Better Luck Tomorrow, the Han origin story, and then he's also in Big Fat Liar. He's also in American Beauty, Searching, American Pie,
Harold and Kumar.
Yeah,
that's probably
Identity
his biggest
Thief,
thing.
Evolution, American Pie 2, American Pie, the other American Pies. He's
He's
in
like
all of them.
kind of a comedic actor, and this was a really serious role for him.
Yeah, and then he's Sulu in Star Trek, which is what I know him from.
Okay, yeah.
Right? He's Sulu.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. Yeah, then Haley Liu I had seen in... Oh, she's also in Edge of 17, of course.
Oh, okay.
She's also in... It's called 5 Feet Apart with Cole Sprouse.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That's cute.
And then it's also got the kid from Hannah Montana.
Oh,
so they're both in it.
Rico, yeah.
Rico, yeah.
What's his name? Moises Arias. That's his name. Have you seen that movie? He's in The Kings of Summer.
No, but I've heard of it, I think.
It reminds me
I've
of
heard
like
of
the
that.
way back, like that type of vibe.
Ooh. That's
It's good.
intriguing.
It's cute. He's in that. And I think that might be in Ohio or some sort of Midwestern place.
You know what? It's probably in Indiana.
Yeah, probably. Same thing anyway, right? Oh, shit. Don't at me.
It's okay. I'm not from either of those states. I don't have a... It's all Midwest states are the same. Take it from someone who's lived in the Midwest for most of their life.
Uh-huh.
I also love the cinematography of this movie. It's
Me
absolutely
too.
beautiful. How would you even plan that you would have a building or a bridge or something just to have like it completely like space out like it completely evenly divides the shot, the composition of the shot that you have. Like that blows my mind. That's incredible.
There would have to be a lot of scouting and pre-production involved with the cinematography because so much of it depends on the architecture and all the buildings and everything. Like the first scene where we have Casey and Jin together, they're separated by this like metal fence thing that has brick posts along the way holding it up. And then from then on, the next two scenes, we always have something separating them, which I think is relevant to them as characters. They're separated by maybe their age and their cultures and their interests, but then eventually those barriers break down and they get to know each other, and then at the end they're like hugging, saying goodbye, and they had really gotten a great relationship out of it.
Yeah, I really like how in the first scene how they're on either side of the gate or the fence or whichever, and then once they learn each other's names, then he steps through it, and then there's no more like that space isn't there. They've kind of opened up a little bit of space.
Yeah, that was good.
In their relationship, I also love the moment when he asks her why that building is so important to her, because she says this is like one of my favorite. She says that a lot, but like the first time she says this is one of my favorite buildings, and he says why, and she starts giving like the tour guide style answer, and then he says that's not, I want to hear your personal response, and just from her facial expression is just so precious, because she's like it just means so much to her, just the way her eyes light up, and then the audio fades out and we just hear this ambient music, and you just see them communicating and you don't hear what they're saying, and I'm like, man, this is like, that they're connecting, and it's just such a beautiful moment. I really loved that.
And it's quiet too, like we just don't hear anything. I think maybe there's some like really esoterical music, but I don't remember. I think there was. I noticed a lot of reds and blues and primary colors, especially in the beginning. In like the library, and then she goes to hand in her application for a couple jobs, and all the post-it notes are like red and blue, and the chairs are red and blue, and everything in the library. And I was like, what does this mean? And I kind of thought about it, and then I kind of thought about what she and her mom are always doing. They're always like, they were just in the first couple scenes together, they were chopping vegetables or peeling them into the sink, and then when Casey's alone, she's like making a nice sandwich for herself when her mom's at work and chopping up all the vegetables. And then I kind of connected that to the primary colors, and I thought like maybe her mother and her relationship is kind of like basic. Like they're just trying to survive. They're not doing anything frivolous, like going out to eat or doing any sort of shopping activities or anything. They're just like, they're making their food so they can eat and survive. And then these primary colors are just basic. They're just here. They're going to work. They're coming home. That's pretty much it. And she wears a lot of yellow, which is like, I mean, it definitely symbolizes like happiness and stuff, which she is. She's definitely not depressed. She always sees herself as a happy person, and she wants to be there to be a light for her mother, to guide her and everything. But then I think meeting Jin kind of changes that. And I mean, obviously, yeah, because she takes him up on what's her face's offer to go do something. I missed what that offer was, by the way.
I think it was something to do with going to school, because earlier she's talking to her friend Gabe, and then he's like, I have a master's, and she's like, I don't have any degree. So then I think that's what it was. It wasn't Yale, but it was like some New York school or something.
Okay. But yeah, so I was just kind of like, she and her mom are doing the basics, and then once Jin comes in, she kind of sees more colors and expands on her life beyond Columbus and beyond her fantasies of being a tour guide for the architecture in the area.
Yeah, no, certainly. That's a really fascinating observation.
I was trying to think hard because I was like, I know they're trying to say something with this, and that's kind of what I came up with. It might be wrong, but that's just what I thought.
Well, I love it either way. I think it's great.
Thank you.
One of my other favorite scenes in the movie is when they're discussing the different it's her and her friend Gabe, and they're discussing like different attention spans between like reading a book and playing a video game, and like how different that is for different generations. And I'm like, that's a really interesting discussion. So
I don't really understand what that had to do with anything, but it was an interesting discussion.
Yeah, I don't know, other than I guess it's a father and a son, and Jin feels disconnected from his dad.
Yeah, okay. And because his interests differ, he's not interested in architecture. But he doesn't mean he's not smart enough to be interested in architecture or doesn't have the attention span. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I like that.
I mean, for all I know, that could just be spitballing, but like I feel like that's like the only connection that I made between the two.
That seems like a good connection. Yeah. He was an interesting character, Rory McCulkin.
Yeah. Rory McCulkin. Yeah, he's also in Signs.
I mean, Rory Culkin.
Yeah, Rory Culkin. He's also in Signs, and he's great in that too.
Oh, yeah.
And then the last scene they share when he says, I don't even smoke. I just like hanging out here with you. I was like, aw.
I know, sweet.
I didn't even know that was him right away. And then I was like, I've seen that actor before.
Oh, what yeah, you gotta recognize a Culkin when they come on screen, because there's like 5 of them who all act.
One of them is obviously let's see. There's Macaulay, there's Rory, it's the either one Kieran or Kieran.
Oh yeah, Kieran.
Yeah.
He's in Scott
Which
Pilgrim.
one's in? He's also in Home Alone.
Yep.
There's 7 Culkin kids.
Damn.
Let's see. So there's Shane, Dakota, Kieran, Quinn, Christian, and Rory. Those are the ones. Kieran and Rory are the actors.
Is Macaulay's name not Macaulay?
No, it's Macaulay.
Oh, what? Name him. Wait, what? Name all the kids again?
Shane, Dakota, Kieran, Quinn, Macaulay, Christian, and Rory.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to mention Macaulay the first time.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, where is he? Wait, are they all boys?
No. 5 boys and 2 girls.
That's a lot of kids.
That's like the Von Trapps. When Casey shows him the school she went to, and then he's like, it's brutal. According to IMDb, that means because has something to do with brutalism. I don't know what brutalism is.
Brutalism in the form of architecture by whoever built or designed that building.
Yeah, so it's the aesthetic use with no concern for visual amenity.
Which is like, why? Why would you design, especially a school, why would you design that way?
Amenity means any feature that provides comfort or convenience, the quality of being pleasing,
agreeable. So it's like,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's like something like extra that you don't really need, but it looks nice. Like there's none of that.
right.
It just looks like a jail.
So when he says how brutal, that's supposed to be a take on that. So that's interesting.
I know. Yeah, that was good. That's a good line. I did like the writing overall.
Mm-hmm.
Except I think the things that I didn't like were some of the long shots I didn't feel were warranted. The one at the beginning with just we're just looking at Casey, she's looking at the building. I wasn't in the context of what was happening at that time, so I wasn't invested in the shot, so I didn't really like it. And also some of the mirror shots, like just the long shot of Jin and gosh, what's her name? Excuse me. Oh, Eleanor. His father's like protege or whatever. I don't know who she is really. Whether he's in her hotel room or something, and we only see their interaction through a reflection in the mirror. I got a little stuck on some of the long shots that didn't change throughout the scenes, like dialogue scenes and stuff. I kind of would have liked to see a little more movement. They just felt a little long to me. And the movie kind of felt long overall to me. It felt kind of slow.
Me too.
But I did enjoy it, and I especially like the shots of all the buildings and stuff. I started to enjoy more as it went along. Like the shots of Casey's house were so dark.
Yeah, they were
very
a little bit
contrasted with a lot of the other scenes, because a lot of times they're outside, or I guess even in the inn room where Jin is at, it's pretty dark. But that makes sense because his father's in the hospital and he's just staying there, and he's kind of like drinking and feeling unsure about everything. But Casey's house, you would assume it to be a little lighter, like her outfits, but I guess the underlying tone is that she's trying to keep her mom safe from the darkness, and we kind of see her mom creeping in and out when Casey's asleep or something. So it's like she's kind of living in the darkness still, maybe.
I think so, because doesn't that tie into the scene when she sees her mom and the woman she works with, like when they're watching them in the hospital, like from across the street or whatever? Yeah,
it's a sad backstory, and I think they really dig into the backstory more than something like Lost in Translation, where we kind of see a glimpse into each of their backstories, but this one, it goes a little bit more into it, and it's not as much based on their relationship. It's based on their lives and how this relationship affects their lives, maybe. Which, Lost in Translation, I guess that's why I like that, is because it's just a one-time thing. Like, it's just, they go to Japan and they have to both go back, and they have this one experience that is not compared to any other. Whereas, like, this is in Casey's hometown. She's still connected to it and everything. And Jin's the one visiting, but she still teaches him about everything. And they start a relationship. And she's really, like, outgoing with it. She's just like, come on, let's go. I have to show you my favorite things. And he's like, no. And she's like, come on, let's go. Which is really sweet.
I never thought of that comparison. I really like that. I didn't really make that, because I felt the Lost in Translation vibes, but I love how the location itself makes this movie more unique, because it's, like in the Before trilogy also, they're going to Vienna and and Paris and Greece, and it's more like, neither of them, well, I guess Celine lives in Paris, but you know what I mean. It's in the first movie they're both in Vienna, and neither of them have, it's like two people not from that place are meeting there, and this gives it more of like it's a personal thing for Casey, so,
but also it does kind of make it feel like it's European or foreign in a way. So they're like smoking like Europeans, and
yes
we see all these buildings, like, it would be like, how it is in the Before trilogy. All these buildings are shot in this great composition of the frame and everything, and it's the same, but only it's mid-century modern buildings in Indiana, and it gives it such like a foreign feel, but it's something familiar to Americans.
I just love that we're 37 episodes in and we're still talking about the Before trilogy. Like,
yeah, we haven't talked about it in a while.
Yeah, I want to go back and watch the movies again, but I don't think I can emotionally do that right now.
Yeah.
Because like if I watch the first one, I'm gonna watch the second one, and I'm like, I don't know if I can watch Before Sunset right now. but it's still, I might just go watch the ending because it's like my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
One of for sure.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to say was that Casey describing her mom to Jin about how she's like, I'm so tired of meeting like new boyfriends and like her mom being out all the time. And there was one other thing too. And then that scene, like when she comes back, like after the night like of being gone, and then her mom's immediately on her, like, where have you been? And then she's just like, oh, this, I like just shrugs it off and just,
Yeah.
you know, I really felt connected to that.
Like, she's very close with her mother, but still they have things that
Yeah.
really set them apart. And Jin and his dad are very not close, and they don't really have anything that keeps them together. But he has to be there. He has to stay. And Casey wants to stay, but she needs to go. So it's kind of like that asymmetry that she talks about in the beginning with that church, you know.
Something I really want to do in my own writing is have that asymmetry, where, you know, characters they come together, but they need opposite things, and then they kind of bring that out in each other, like the opposite, they conflict in a way, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And like, he's older, he's not interested in architecture until she starts talking about it, and then he's kind of like, okay, maybe I'll get into this, but it's still not like, oh, I'm just gonna get into it because she's cute and I want to like be in a relationship with her, because they aren't like that. It's not like a love interest relationship. It's not a sexual relationship, which I really enjoyed about this as well, which also is the same as Lost in Translation. That we can have a genuine connection between the characters.
Yes, I love that too.
Did you notice if both sets, like the Jin's Inn and Casey's house, both have the set of like glass figuring balls sitting out? Like, no. I noticed them in Casey's house for sure, and then I was like, wait, I thought we saw those in the inn that Jin was staying at, but maybe it was just at Casey's house. So I was wondering what you thought of that, if you noticed that.
No, I didn't notice that, but one thing I did that confused me a little is there's the shot when Jin goes out of his room, and then he looks at the camera, and then Casey opens the door to her house, I thought, and looks at the camera, and I'm like, are they seeing each other? Are they staying in the same place? Because in the next scene, they're like talking together in a car, and I'm just like, I was really confused by that.
Me too. I was like, wait, are we going like forward in time here? She's leaving his building, or she's leaving his room at the inn, and then she runs into like that housekeeper there. Because it's shot in the inn hallway, so I was like, why is she there? So I'm confused on that too.
Although I really did like in the beginning the intercutting of Jin in his hotel room, and then him having the conversation with was it Eleanor, I think?
Yeah.
And then like him, like we learn a bit about him, and then we see him like the next morning getting ready for the day, and they intercut the two of them together. I really liked that.
That was good.
And maybe that does tie into the part that confused us, but
maybe
Judy knows. I don't know.
Yeah. This was only shot in 18 days. Can you believe that?
No.
That's incredible.
I mean, yes, but no. That's cool.
Also, like, I want to go to that place where they have that one image of that one shot of this kind of tower building with stairs leading all the way up, and it's just like a big cement thing, and then people going back down. It's like a weird tower out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, I want to go there too.
Like, what is that?
I also love the little river type place that he stands at. I think it's across from the hospital.
Yes.
I really love that. I really want to go there too, because it looked absolutely beautiful.
It kind of seems like some of this could be set in like Korea.
Yeah.
Because of all the greenery and insects.
Sorry. I thought you were gonna say Ohio.
Well, Ohio for sure too. It's like basically the same thing. But I could see that in being in Korea, maybe like when they first framed that up. I was like, oh yeah, this is like it's very beautiful and very it's architecturally different than what Casey's interested in, but I find myself more attracted to buildings like that rather than the old bank, because that's just ugly to me. But that's the great thing about this movie, is that it makes you appreciate it.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes the town feel like a foreign place, as well as like when we see the tourists walking around with all their cameras, and then like Jin is walking around even with his camera, and he's visiting, even though he grew up in America, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. I think that's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have these tourist groups who came to Columbus, Indiana to visit the architecture, and they're being led by this tour guide, and it seems like, it could be somewhere like Amsterdam, like that girl in the beginning was talking about, or
I forgot about her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or something like that, but it's Indiana, so that's another way it like seems like we're in a foreign place, which is, I don't know, I find it beautiful.
No, I do too. It's a really nice place. That's a place I would like to go. I mean, I'd rather go to like, Vienna or Tokyo, but
Yeah.
but also I'm biased because I just, yeah, that scene where Casey meets her friend from high school, and her friend is all energetic and happy to see her and is like, I just came from Amsterdam, you should seriously go. It's like we've all had, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe you haven't had this, all of those conversations when you meet up again with somebody and then they're super excited and then you're just kind of chill and you're just feeling super awkward, you don't really know how to talk to them, and then once the conversation ends, you're just kind of like, what just happened?
I think I am that person in that situation. Or what's her name? Like Emma. I'm like, yeah, I just studied abroad for like 2 summers in a row. You should really go because it's like so great. And we're gonna get an apartment together here, and it's gonna be so much fun. You should definitely do it. You should go to college. Oh my god, why aren't you in college? I mean, I wouldn't say that, but
again, your impressions continue to amaze me. That was perfect.
So okay, I think they could have come up with a better title.
Yes.
What do you have any ideas for a better title? I'm thinking like it could be something like with angles, lines, something about foreign vacation, not vacation, but like a trip, like a
National Lampoon's Columbus Vacation.
Yeah.
What about something like not this, but something similar to like combining the two themes of the movie, which is like, connection and architecture. So something like family architecture,
or something like asymmetrical connection.
Beautiful. That's what it is. Asymmetrical connection.
Or just asymmetrical, or
Columbus connections.
Midwestern beauty. I don't know. None of those are really good, but better than Columbus.
Yeah.
Because Columbus just makes you think of Ohio.
Lost in Columbus.
Yeah.
Lost in architecture.
Yeah.
How about, wow, look at that architecture.
Wow.
Ascendant architecture. No, that's not good.
Divergent architecture.
The end is never what you expect, for sure, because it didn't happen.
Yeah.
That was the tagline, was the end is never what you expect.
Oh my god, really?
Which the Hunger Games tagline is nothing can prepare you for the end. So, a
wow.
little similar there.
Wow.
But...
Copyright. Yeah, so do you want to move into what we've watched this week?
I haven't watched anything. I was going to watch a movie last night, and I ended up starting Columbus later than I intended.
Oh, okay.
But what did you watch? Please enlighten me.
Yeah, I have been not at work recently, which has been great. So I watched Tenet, Christopher Nolan's new film.
Ooh.
Okay, so I have a Redbox story for you. You're gonna love it.
I can hardly contain my joy.
So yesterday I was out shopping and I was like, I'm so tired. I need to go home and rest. So then I went to Redbox because I knew I wanted to get Promising Young Woman, but they also had Tenet there. So I did Promising Young Woman. I went to go check out, and Redbox was like, hey, guess what? You can buy any movie here for $2 off. And so I was like, okay. And Tenet was only $4 to begin with to buy it, and so then I took $2 off, and it was only $2 Blu-ray. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'll get it, and because I was about to rent it anyway, but I just bought it, and I didn't like it. But I just wanted to let you know that all the crazy stuff you can get at Redbox, you could have bought Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure 2.
3.
Because that's there. Gotta go to Redbox and go get it.
Ooh, I gotta find a Redbox.
Yeah, there's one not too far from you. I know there's.
How do you know? Have you been stalking me lately?
Yeah.
All right, if anybody's gonna stalk me, I'd rather it be you than anybody else. So.
Okay, good. Because I have been. And.
Wait. Can you see me right now?
Let's see. You're wearing that black shirt.
Wow.
Are you wearing a black shirt?
What color are my pants? Take a wild fucking guess. Wait, you don't have to because you can see me. Yes.
They're black. Black pants, black shirt. You're wearing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared.
Am I wearing socks?
Yes.
Wrong, I'm not. But my feet are on the ground, so you can't really see them.
Oh, yeah,
so
right.
now I know you can't see my feet.
By the desk.
Okay, yeah. What's on? Guess one thing that's on the desk. And besides my computer and recording stuff.
A pen.
No, but there are mechanical pencils.
Damn it. Okay, let me try again. A coaster.
No.
Damn it.
There is a coaster up on the TV stand, though.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, yeah, guess one more time. See if you can get it.
Okay, something that's on your desk. A candle.
Holy shit. This isn't, yeah, holy shit.
You've got a mirror.
Yeah.
Divergent.
Yeah.
And a book.
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm a little freaked out right now.
It's pretty dark in there, but I can kind of make out those things. Oh, we've got a mug.
I don't have any lights on in here.
A little dinosaur.
Actually, it is a dinosaur. Hey, it turns on. It turns on.
Is it a light?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's so cool. Oh, that's cute.
I love it.
That's so cute.
That is cute.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave this on now when I record, so you can see it. It's my
Yeah.
beacon to you. So if something ever happens to me, I know this is actually my sister's. So, but I'll leave this on, and then you'll know that that's me sending you a message.
Oh, okay, like in Parasite.
Yeah, or like in Night and Day when Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz go into Simon's room, and then he has all the equations on the wall, and Tom Cruise is like, Simon's not here, he's on a train.
Anyway, so.
Oh yeah, what are we talking about?
Oh yeah, the movies I watched. So Tenet. I didn't like it. It was just too action-y for me, and I don't like action movies anymore, pretty much. But the concept was very intriguing. It was like this crazy time travel thing, but it was like you're time traveling as the present is happening, but it's the actual future, and you're like literally moving backwards in time. Like, it's impossible to fathom in your mind. You just have to watch it and absorb it. You can't think about it because it doesn't make any sense. So that was really brain hurting, but I didn't try to overthink about it. And then it was just like a bunch of gun violence and stuff, and the writing I didn't think was very good, but it was on Blu-ray, so it looked good. Yeah,
I've heard mixed things about it. I've seen every Christopher Nolan feature except for Tenet and Insomnia. So I was going to watch Insomnia, all of them in preparation for that I hadn't seen in preparation for Tenet, and I didn't see Tenet because movie theaters shut down, and I didn't hear the best reviews, so I didn't really go out of my way to see it.
I don't know how you generally feel about action movies, but just overall, like, based on the movies we've talked about and stuff, I don't think you would enjoy it very much, but it was also 2.5 hours long, and I started it this morning and I fell asleep, and then I started it again, and then I FaceTimed my friend, and then I watched the rest, and then I was like doing chores, and then I sat down and I watched like the last 20 minutes. And I was like, yep, this doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to give the DVD to my dad, I think, because I think he would like it. I mean, Blu-ray.
Let me ask you this then. So I want to, if you don't mind, I want to tell you the rest of Nolan's features, and I want to know if you've seen them. And
Okay,
what you
yeah,
think.
yeah.
So Interstellar, I know you really like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Interstellar, I like it. I agree with you. I think it's great. Have you seen Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah.
What do you think of those? Do you like those?
Yeah, I like those. I haven't seen them in a long time, but I like them.
Yeah, same. Have you seen Dunkirk?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah. So he's like goes across all these time things, and I just think this movie went a step too far. Like, cause like Dunkirk was really good, and like the different linear timelines. We have 3 different timelines moving at a different pace, and then Interstellar, of course. Like the future beings coming back and affecting the present, and then of course Inception, which I'm sure you're gonna say next.
I love Inception. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I adore that movie.
Me too. I want to see it again.
Let's do an episode on that sometime.
Okay, I think we could. Yeah, that would be a good one.
And then what about Memento?
In Memento, yeah. See, he's got all these crazy time themes, but I just think this one went a step too far, and like the motivation behind it wasn't strong enough for me to connect with it. It was just kind of about, I don't know, generic stuff, it seemed. So like all these other movies I really enjoyed, and I really connected with the story, and so I was along for the ride with all the craziness.
Yeah.
But this one I was just like, I can't, I don't know.
Yeah, because I really, like I said, I do love almost every Christopher Nolan movie, because I really like the Dark Knight trilogy. I adore Inception. I love Interstellar and Memento. I think, and The Prestige, that's also a good one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I like that one.
I love that one too.
I just, so I'm just like, but then I still haven't seen Tenet, and then after hearing it was kind of, because what you said, I've heard that from a lot of people. It's just kind of like the one step too far kind of thing. So
yeah,
I know I could watch it and judge it for myself, but I have better things to do with my time. Okay, like watching Divergent, right?
Yeah, I'm glad I watched it though, just to get a grip on what it was about, because it was really intriguing. The story was for sure, and it really brings out some interesting ideas, but just wasn't for me overall.
I totally get that.
I talked about Sliding Doors last time, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. So then I also watched Promising Young Woman, which I also got from Redbox. It was amazing. 10 out of 10. Best Picture nom, Best Director nom. I really hope she wins Best Director. Although I haven't seen a few of the other Best Director nomination movies, but this one was incredible. It was her first feature, and everything was so detail-oriented. It was beautiful. I really connected to this movie and the director. I just feel like we have the same type of style and the same type of story we want to tell. I love that. So the Carey Mulligan plays this character, and she's like this really dark, kind of almost psychotic person. And I love watching seemingly normal people descend into madness. And in this case, she's kind of already in her madness when she descends deeper. And I just love it. It's a really powerful message, and it's a really dark message, but the director and the cast makes it light in a way, because there's a lot of comedic actors in it, and they really make the story compelling and switch genres between comedy and horror and thriller. Oh god, I want to watch it again. But
how many times have you seen it?
Well, I did start to watch it again after I finished it yesterday, because I watched on the Redbox. They start to play all the bonus features after you finish the credits. So I watched all the bonus features, and then it just plays the movie again. So I started it again, and I was writing my Redbox or my Letterboxd review. And
so you said Redbox plays like the bonus stuff. Is it like a disc, or is it like a digital like service, or?
It just plays like these random like 3 behind the scenes features, like interviews with the director and some of the cast about different subjects. Like they talked about how she got that cast, and then they talked about Carey Mulligan's character, and they talked about just like the story overall, just kind of more insight to all of that. And this director was like pregnant while she was directing this. I was like, oh my god.
Damn. So you got, is it like Tenet where you got you rented the disc, or did you buy it, or?
Yeah, I just rented the disc, yeah.
Okay.
And so I delivered it back today, but I might buy it later on because, yeah, I loved it a lot.
That's great. I'm so happy you found another movie that you're like 5 stars. I love it.
Thank you. Yes, because I've been watching a lot of poopy movies lately.
Are you gonna watch? Are you gonna continue with Mad Max? Or are you gonna watch the third one?
I think I'm gonna watch the third one tonight. Yeah.
Okay.
So, that's all I watched. So next week, I'm very excited because it's 6 months until Halloween, which means it's basically fall.
You amazing.
And I'm gonna start putting out my decorations. I'm gonna wear my pumpkin sweater, and I'm gonna dye my hair orange. Probably not, but
just be like Clementine in Eternal Sunshine.
Yes. I'm really excited to look forward to fall again, even though summer's here, but summer's my least favorite. So anyway, we're gonna watch Halloween 1 and 2, right?
Yes, the original Halloween and the original Halloween 2.
Yes, that's our prescription.
That's our prescription.
To celebrate 6 months until Halloween. Where can we find them? Let's see.
Well, you can come over to my house and watch them with me.
Okay.
So Halloween 1978, it says it's on Prime, but a premium subscription, so you have to rent it.
That is so dumb.
Halloween 2, same thing. So you have to rent both of them. Okay, so Halloween, it says you subscribe to it says subscribe and watch. Subscribe to what?
Yeah.
It doesn't say. But maybe Halloween 2 is the same. Like if you can do a free trial and get them both.
Yeah, it says subscribe.
Okay, so it says AMC Plus trial, but like why does it say TV? Oh, does it say? Yes, it says 18 plus. It doesn't say it's rated R, but I assume it's like not a TV edit or anything. Cuz then that'd be like TV 14 or whatever.
Yeah. I'm excited. I've never seen these.
Yeah, you've only seen the 2018 movie, right?
Yeah.
We should also watch Halloween 3 is also really I'll probably do a warp speed throughout the series and say like what I think of the sequels, but Halloween 3 is also actually really scary. Like the ending is terrifying.
Ooh, okay, maybe I'll watch that one too.
Yeah. I usually watch Halloween 3. Like, Walton and I were talking about how disturbing the ending of Halloween 3 is. Anyway, so next week we are watching Halloween 1 and 2, the original Halloween 1 and 2. Jamie Lee Curtis, Donald Pleasance. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what you think of them.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween. And then after that, we'll do Nightmare on Elm Street and talk about how Nancy's the best horror movie character of all time.
Yeah.
Hands down, I don't care.
She's great.
Like, I think I said it last time. Like, Sidney Prescott is great and Laurie Strode is great, but Nancy is the best final girl, in my opinion.
She is. She's really dynamic.
I haven't seen all of the remake, but I've heard, like, they really don't do her character justice, so I'm scared to watch the rest of it because I'm at the point where she becomes the central focus.
Oh, maybe I'll watch it and I'll let you know.
Yeah. Or maybe I'll just watch it and just... Oh, it'll be a hate watch, like Return to Halloween Town.
Oh my god. Oh, we have to do those for this next Halloween.
Yes, coming in October. Halloween Town 1 through 2, 3, 4. We should watch, because we watched those together. That was fun.
That was so fun.
We tracked down the sequels because the DVD I had was like the first 2 or something, and then we're like, we got to track down the ones that aren't good.
Yeah. We called all the Best Buys and we're like, do you have Halloween Town 3 and 4? And they're like, oh, let me check. And then they just like hung up. Or something.
Yeah. Or they're like, no, we don't have it. And then we go and it's sitting right there.
Like they didn't even check and they're like, no, we don't have that.
I think one store said they did have it, and then that's why. See, that's one of my favorite things about you, and you're just like, bitch.
Like that's so you. Like I want that to be your ringtone when you send me a text. It just says bitch, and I'm like, oh, that's Maddie.
Bitch, text me back.
Like Ella's would be, hey, we'll win, buddy, and then yours would be, bitch. and then Davis's would just be Philip Seymour Hoffman going, it's the extreme.
Yes. All right, so join us next week. Go home and watch Halloween 1 and 2, the originales, the OG.
And keep therapizing.
Keep therapizing.